Hi, it's Janelle with Parsnips and Parsimony, and welcome to another installment of our financial series. Today I'm going to be showing you how to shop at Aldi's to be the most efficient and effective with your money and how to save the most. Now, the Aldi's flyer does not contain everything they have in the store. These are just some of their special deals for the week. And up here is their meat deals. Now, these only start on Wednesday, but I'm looking here, $1.29 for boneless, skinless chicken thighs. That's pretty good. $1.99 a pound for the pork sirloin roast. It's not bad. I picked up a pork butt roast from Hannaford last week for 99 cents a pound. So that's, it's an okay price, but it's not that great. One of my favorite things about Aldi's are their fruit deals. Now check this out, 79 cents a pound for red grapes, an amazing price for those. And then a whole butternut squash, 99 cents, not weighed by the pound, but by eaches. So the bigger the squash you can get, the more you're getting for your money. And then the apples, sometimes they're more expensive than buying them locally, but this year we had a bad apple year, so this is actually a better price than I can get at my orchard. If I open up the flyer, they have some more sales items here. I need some extra virgin olive oil. That happens to be on sale this week for $3.29 for a little over a pound, so I'm going to go ahead and get that. And then over here, this was the one I was really excited about today because these are items that I normally would buy full price. This is $1.69 for 2 pounds of northern beans, so that's about 85 cents a pound. That's an amazing price for these beans. I don't need any black beans because I bought those in bulk from my bulk food supplier, but that is still a really good price if you don't want to buy those in bulk. The pasta is 79 cents a pound. My local grocery store Price Chopper has been having them on sale for 63 cents, so I'm not going to be stocking up on that. And then I love the Aldi's pasta sauce. Normally it's $1.19. It's on sale this week for 99 cents, so I'm going to be stocking up on that. And then down here, right here, the crushed tomatoes. That's a very good price for the crushed tomatoes, and 79 cents for a 28-ounce can. I'm going to be stocking up on those because I use those in stews in the fall and in the winter, and I also make my own tomato soup recipe. And if you're looking for a really good homemade tomato soup recipe, I'll put a link for that in the description below. It's a lot cheaper than what you can buy it for at the grocery store, and it tastes wonderful, and it uses 1 can of crushed tomatoes. So you're talking tomato soup that feeds 6-8 people for about $1, $1.10. That's a pretty cheap lunch. On the other pages, they have their housewares. I don't usually shop that section. And then on the back, this week they have some of their more organic foods and things like that. At Aldi's, you have to put your quarter in to get your cart, but you get your quarter back when you return the cart back to the cart corral. Push it in. Pull it out.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. So one thing you do is you always scan the parking lot to see if you can find a stray cart that you can get a quarter from. But I don't see any right now though.
If you didn't get a sales flyer in your newspaper, you can pick them up here in a basket right by the front door. And usually the front is all the junk food, so we just kind of bypass all that.
Potato chips, lots of potato chips.
Chocolate.
Candy bars.
This is $3.29 just a second. Let's see.
$1.59 for flour. You can do far better buying in bulk.
Their cereal prices are pretty good, but the only cereal I buy are crispy oats, the equivalent to Cheerios, for $1.19 a box.
The reason we get those is it's good little finger food for little girls.
Here we need 3 of those. This is a good price for milk for our area. I know a lot of places that you can get a lot cheaper than this, but in our area this is a really good price. And we're also going to get some eggs. Those are 87 cents a dozen. So we need to look to make sure they're not cracked. Our chickens are not laying very well because they're molting in the fall. So very good prices. Very, very good prices.
$1.58 for 2 pounds. That's a great deal.
We'll get one more bag.
99 cents. You can see that there are vastly different sizes.
Yes, so you want to get the biggest. Yes. Don't drop them. Let's not drop them on the eggs, guys. I'll take one.
$1.49 for 3 pounds of apples. We're going to stock up on a few of those. These are good eating apples.
Can you get 1 bag of the northern beans, please? Thank you. You can see the sale ones by the tags. They put tags on them that say save.
So they're easy to spot.
Right.
Bananas are usually 44 cents a pound, which usually is about as good as you can do on bananas around here.
We're going to get 10 of those. 10. Ham prices here are usually pretty good, particularly if you do their sales. But again, look at your local grocery store because sometimes you can get some good competitor prices at other stores too. But if you don't have time to do sales, Aldi's is definitely your best bet. We're going to get 6 of those.
Okay, 6.
I've been making my own spaghetti sauce with my tomatoes, but this is a better price. I usually make my own because I know what's in my sauces, like there's no added sugars and everything's fresh, but sometimes I can't do that. I'm pregnant and tomato season's coming to the end, and this is called pregnant convenience for a large family.
$3.99 for 10 pounds of potatoes. And Grace is noticing the pumpkins.
These hams are a great price, 89 cents a pound. Not that much. Thank you, Peter. Sometimes, if you look carefully, they have markdown prices. This one's a markdown here. There's more markdown here on their vegetable meals, $2.39. So always check these cabinets and look for markdowns because you can get some good prices. On one of the last aisles, they have the seasonal stuff, and the seasonal stuff can oftentimes be clearance. So always check your prices here. Sometimes you find stuff, sometimes you don't, but you just have to look.
How many?
These are a good price. Hot dog and hamburger rolls are 85 cents. So we're going to get 2 of those, and that's for our pulled pork for dinner. Thank you, Peter. All right. There we go. Good job.
Can I count?
Oh, stretch. Good job, Mary. All right.
There we go.
Up we go.
That's everything. You put the cart back, and then you get your quarter out.
That was a really good grocery haul. I ended up spending $91.75, and in a few minutes I will show you my entire grocery haul. I keep track of all of my grocery receipts on an app on my iPad called Zenny. Check that out. It's Z-E-N-Y. I've been using it for 2 years. I really like it. It's just very simple. But I figured out how much I've spent on groceries for the year so far. And we currently have a family size of 8, the oldest being almost 14, and 2 growing boys being 12 and 8.5, and our grocery bill right now has been averaging $50 a week. Now in December we buy a half a cow. We actually buy a cow, and then we split it with some other family members, and that usually adds about $25 a week on for meat costs. So that's putting us at $75 a week for our family size of 8. I used to do a ton of couponing with my other local grocery stores. Aldi's does not do coupons, but at some point you get enough coupons anymore to get enough of the products that you need to feed a large family. So couponing works great for up to about a family size of 6. After that, you need to find other resources for the same price without the hassle of cutting the coupons and checking the sales and running to the grocery store every week. And if you run to the grocery store every week, I find that you often end up spending more in the long run than trying to spread out your trips, because when you spread out your trips, you tend to use what you have on hand instead of being like, oh, let's just go to the grocery store and pick up X, Y, and Z. And today is an example of that convenience. I'm heading to my midwife appointment right now. I did not have, because I hadn't been grocery shopping in 2 weeks, I didn't have any convenient food per se for our lunch today. So some of the stuff that I bought today was actually for our lunch, just because it's cheaper than going to McDonald's or going to the drive-thru of any of fast food restaurants. Aldi's produce is usually very fresh because their prices are so cheap, at least on their hot buy list. The produce turns over really quickly, so it's really a good way to shop fresh produce for a cheaper price by buying their sale items for the week. As for their other standard items, it's hit or miss the prices. Sometimes other grocery stores are cheaper, sometimes Aldi's cheaper. You just sort of need to know what your pricing is in your local area. So here's everything that we purchased at Aldi's today. The total came to $91.75. And I pretty much went over the prices of everything with you guys when I showed you the sales flyer, because almost everything I bought was on sale today. However, there are a few things that I hadn't planned on getting that I found when I got there that were worth buying. One of them was this ham. This is a wonderful bone-in shank ham, and this was 89 cents a pound. I meant to pick one up on last week at our local grocery store that was supposed to be 99 cents. They were out of them, and then I found it for 10 cents cheaper. So I was really excited about that. The other few things that I was sort of planning on picking up, but I didn't know what I was getting, was our lunch supplies today. Now this was all purchased because I needed lunch today. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had this in my order. These were 99 cents each, the tortillas. These are probably the more expensive of my items. These were $3.49 each, but I just needed something fast and easy for my lunch today, and it beats going to a fast food restaurant. The carrots were 99 cents. The mandarin and oranges were just $2.49. The singles were, I think, $1.49. Some cream cheese to make some roll-ups, and that's just my lunch. So doing the math, I think that's right around $10 for lunch for all of us, and we'll have leftovers. So
And there's our quick lunch. It went together really quickly and it looks pretty good.
everything else was on sale except my chocolate chips. I will admit this is a pregnant woman's splurge. Art, what do you think of the pricing for this amount of food?
Usually we don't pay nearly $91 for our cart full of food, but we get a lot more this time than we usually get just because there are so many good deals today.
Right, and usually we buy, this time of year, we usually go down to the local orchard and we pick up drops for apples. But this year we had such a bad crop here in upstate New York that apple prices are absolutely outrageous. The ham was $10. The milk was a good price for $2.49. And then the 4 butternut squash. Yeah.
And that's a lot of food for $4 there.
Right, you can do a lot with squash. I mean, John loves eating it by itself, just roasted. But you can cook with it, you can put it in muffins. There's so much you can do with it, and you can only get it this time of year at Aldi's. I did grow some, but mine's not. Mine has to age a little bit, so I'm just excited to have some fresh squash like that. I don't think we're going to be going grocery shopping to Aldi's for at least another 2 weeks, so this should stock me up for a little while. As I get more pregnant, it's harder and harder for me to find the energy to cook the food for our family every night, and so pasta is one of those things that is like a must-have on my list. I can do so much with sauce, and that's why, you know, we got large quantities of the tomato products. That concludes this financial series on shopping at Aldi's. I hope it's been helpful. Please feel free to leave any comments on your hints or tricks that you found by shopping at Aldi's, and also share with your friends. And thanks so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our channel where we're doing all types of financial sorts of videos on how our large family of 8, soon to be 9, stretches $1 to live on a very limited budget. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you for our next video. Bye!